Okay, let's find the critical number of this function, f of theta. All right, so first we're going to take the derivative. So we have, let's see, little f prime of theta. Right, this is going to be equal to, right, so derivative of 6 cosine is 6, actually negative, 6 sine of theta, right? Derivative of 3 sine squared of theta would be, put 2 in front, so that's going to be positive 6. And keep the same quantity, so it's going to be sine of theta. And subtract 1 from the power, so it's going to be just the first power. Then multiply by derivative of sine function, so it's going to be cosine of theta. All right. Then what you need to do is we want to set it equal to 0. Before that, maybe we should factor things out. All right, seems like 6 is in common. And also sine of theta is in common. So pull those out, right? And I'm going to actually rearrange the order. So since we factor out 6 sine theta, so what's left is cosine of theta. So I'll put cosine of theta. This is for the from the second term, right? And we factor out 6 sine of theta, so it's going to be minus 1, right? Then we set that equal to 0. All right, so there are two possibilities. So two possibility would be, right, from here, we either get sine of theta equals 0, or cosine of theta minus 1 equal to 0, so which is the same thing as cosine of theta is equal to 1. All right, so let's try to find each one. So sine of theta represents the y value on the y coordinate on the unit circle. So draw a unit circle, right? X-axis here, and here is the y-axis there, and the origin, and 1, and here's 1, and negative 1, and of course negative 1 there, right? So sine value represents the y coordinate of the point. So so the point on the circle with the y coordinate 0 would be right here, right, or right there, right? So which means that the angle y is 0. So we have a 0, or pi. So pi is going from here to there, right? So that will be pi. Or you can add any multiple of pi to it, right? So it's going to be pi. Right? It could be negative pi. So it's going to be plus or minus pi, or plus or minus 2 pi, and so on, right? We can actually write this guy as, okay, so you start from 0, then you can add any multiple, integer multiple of pi. So you can write it as n times pi, right? Where n is any integer. All right, so that's from here. All right, cosine of theta equals 1. So cosine of theta equals 1. So x value is going to be 1. It's actually this point. All right, so for that one, you're going to get 0. Then any multiple of 2 pi would be okay. So, but this point is actually included in this in these angles. So therefore, actually, the solution you get from here is actually included here. So the answer is just n pi. So n pi. All right, which is the answer right here. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.